What's going on, everybody? You can call me Heroes 3 Guy, and this video is another secondary skills video. Today we're going to cover the secondary skill, learning. I'm going to explain how this secondary skill works, I'm going to demonstrate its usefulness, or its lack thereof, and I'm going to give my own personal opinion on how valuable I believe this secondary skill to be, and whether or not I think it's worth having one of your heroes invest in it. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to discuss any potential changes that I would like to see the Horn of the Abyss team incorporate regarding the secondary skill, learning. As many of you guys know, a hero can have up to 8 secondary skills. And there are 3 levels to each secondary skill. There's basic, advanced, and expert. Now, you gain more secondary skills and upgrade the ones you currently have by leveling up, and you level up by getting experience points. And this is where learning comes into play. Learning increases the amount of experience you gain by a certain percentage. At basic level, it's 5%. At advanced level, it increases the experience earned by 10%. And as you can see here, at the expert level, learning increases a hero's earned experience by 15%. Now, there are a number of ways to gain experience, whether it's adventure map objects, even the altar of sacrifice. You can sacrifice creatures and artifacts depending on the faction you are. You could sell artifacts at the Grotto in the Cove faction. You could get it from the Pandora's box or a special event. But the most common way is to do it by winning battles. So it may seem that learning could be a very, very nice secondary skill. It'll help you level up faster, help you gain secondary skills faster, upgrade them, and of course you also get a primary stat each time you level up. But I'm going to say this skill is not as good as it seems. It is not very useful, and I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a demonstration and show you why. So I'm going to show you guys the secondary skill learning in action. Each of these Pandora's boxes have been edited to have 85,000 experience. So we're going to take this first hero here, level 1, 0 secondary skills, so of course no learning on her. And let's grab that 85,000 experience, a big chunk of experience. And let's go ahead and click away, getting our primary stats, secondary skills, and let's see what 85,000 experience does. Level 20. She got a lot of secondary skills and primary stats. So now let's move on over to Vertish here, who's also level 1. But she has expert level learning, the highest level you can have, 15% bonus to experience gain. And let's grab that 85,000 experience, which for her now is 97,750. And let's do the same thing, click away, getting secondary skills, primary stats, and let's see what learning has done for her. She is also level 20. Got a good amount of primary stats and secondary skills. So now, to prove my point even further, let's click here on Kinkuria, who's the only hero in the game whose specialty is learning. And if you look, the learning skill percentage is double. So now this 15% is actually 30%. So now let's go up here and grab the 85,000 experience, which for her is 110,500 experience points. Let's go ahead and level her up. Click away, primary stats, secondary skills, and let's see what it's done. A whole extra level compared to the other 2 heroes. So as I stated earlier in this video, I don't believe learning as a secondary skill to be very useful. I think that it is essentially a waste of a secondary skill slot for just about any hero in the game. It's arguably the worst secondary skill, and I would avoid it at all costs. Now, I think that the Horn of the Abyss team could make a few changes to make it a viable option for certain heroes. They have been known to alter or tweak or make some changes to secondary skills. They nerfed logistics, and they nerfed necromancy, while buffing scouting. So, perhaps in the future, they will make a change to learning. Some suggestions that I had would be some that are perhaps similar to what Heroes 3 Wake of the Gods did, another mod for Heroes 3. So in that mod, learning would give a hero a small amount of experience points per turn, whether it was 50 at basic level, 100 at advanced, 150 or 200 at expert. I'm sure an appropriate number could be figured out. Now this could be useful for a hero who would otherwise just be sitting around your island or your homeland, collecting windmills and other resource-generating adventure map objects, who you would not otherwise invest troops into or anything like that to have them go out and gain experience points to level up. But if you put learning on them early, perhaps by the time it gets to mid to late game, they could become a decently viable hero. They could maybe help you defend a siege, or perhaps at that point you have enough monster army strength to spread over to them and have them go out and explore the map as well. It could very well come in handy in that case. Also, what they did with Wake of the Gods is they gave you a 25% chance upon leveling up, I believe it was 25%, to gain yet another primary stat. So you always gain one primary stat when you level up. Well, now you'd have a chance to get two. So those are some of the changes Wake of the Gods made to learning, and I think that something along those lines could be incorporated. You could also make some other changes, such as perhaps at basic level, you give the hero an option to choose between two primary stats instead of having them provided one. And maybe at advanced level, you are given the choice between choosing between three of the primary stats. And then perhaps at expert level, every time you level up, you get to choose which primary stat your hero gains. I think this would make this secondary skill a lot more attractive than it otherwise is. I hope you guys enjoyed my video on the secondary skill learning. I hope it was both informative and entertaining. If you would, comment for me. Let me know what you think of the secondary skill learning. Did I miss any potential usefulness in it? Are there any other potential changes you would like to see the Horn of the Abyss team make regarding this secondary skill? I'd love to hear it. And please also like my videos and of course subscribe to my channel. Thank you.